Angels, it's Hailey Reese, and I hope that you guys are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. You guys, today's video is very, very spooky and eerie, and I think it might leave you guys with either answers that she is looking for or a ton of questions like it has for me. And that is to do with an individual's true experience on the app TikTok with what she believes to be a demon. Now, in the past, I actually did a couple of videos now on TikTok and just eerie, creepy, haunted, cursed, spooky things to do with it, paranormal games. And in those videos, I asked you guys if any of you have had any experiences on TikTok that were unsettling or scary or just creepy in general. And I received an email that just freaked me out and really left me with so many questions that I felt like I had to bring it on here, share it with you guys, and read through all of your opinions, because one of my favorite things about this family is that we're able to hear other people's experiences and just give our thoughts on them. So that is exactly what we're going to do for today's video. With that being said, if any of you have had a similar experience to this or any sort of creepy TikTok experience of your own, make sure you guys comment them down below if you feel comfortable, because I would love to hear them. And without further ado, sit back, relax, maybe turn a light on, and let's get into today's video. So first and foremost, I'm gonna read you guys the email exactly as it was sent to me, and then I'm gonna tell you guys some of my theories. So here we go. The email was titled, "There's a Demon on TikTok. Please help me." Hailey, how are you doing? How's quarantine been for you? I hope it's been less traumatic than mine. I went back and forth with myself as to whether or not I should share this, but if I can save just one person from falling victim like I have, then I guess it was a story that should have been shared. You see, I come from a family that's pretty religious. My grandparents are avid churchgoers, and so it's been passed down to us. Before lockdown, we actually attended church every Sunday, and once lockdown happened, we've tried to attend it online. I've always believed in God, and I've always believed the devil existed. But I never thought that something like this could happen to me. At the start of isolation, I had so many ideas of what I was going to do with my time. Start a new hobby, start working out, but eventually I just found myself creating a TikTok account. Same. I know I'm not the only one. Right away, I learned that TikTok wasn't just for silly dances or cringy videos, but that there was actually a lot of content on there too, and some really funny videos. I fell into a deep hole, and before I knew it, I was spending hours upon hours on there. Again, same. Days turned to weeks, and before I knew it, I was completely consumed with this app. I never made any videos of my own, but there was something about the hours that would fly by while watching it that kind of took my mind off the darkness of the world. Then I saw his videos. I won't say his name for reasons I'll share later in the story, but let's just say he was charming, handsome, but almost in a chilling way. The best way to describe it, although I know it will come off as cheesy, is that he had a charm similar to a hot vampire in a movie or show, where he's mysterious and handsome, but there's always something kind of creepy about him. At the time of me finding him, he actually only had a few videos. I remember the one that caught my eye was him reading poetry in a language I couldn't understand, but still, something about him pulled me in. You might be wondering how I knew it was poetry. I guess it was in the way he was reciting it. Either way, I guess I won't fully know, but that's my assumption. I clicked his profile and realized he didn't have very many followers either. Skimming through his videos, I realized that he actually spoke English, despite the initial video that had caught my eye. I didn't know why, but I felt I needed to follow him, and so I did. Then I headed back to my For You page and kept enjoying my time on there. A few days later, I'd forgotten about him and was just going about my usual days. An example would be TikTok, lunch. Lots of snacks, TikTok, dinner, up all night, repeat. When I realized something, he'd followed me back and messaged me. At first, the messages were casual, simple like how's your days, where are you from, etc. But slowly we started talking every single day. His videos on his profile got stranger. I specifically remember a video of him with spiders crawling on him as he looked into the camera. This upset me because spiders are my biggest fear. Something about the way he looked into the camera while the spiders crawled all over him just didn't seem right. I messaged my friend right away and asked her to look at this video of him, telling her who he was, bracket, the guy I'd told her about. And immediately she replied with, quote, OMG, that made me feel so sick, end quote. Her and I talked for a little about how something about it was really creepy, but then we changed the subject and we moved on. The conversations with him stayed normal the entire time we spoke, almost too casual, but things in my life were becoming anything but normal. I started having horrible nightmares, mostly of darkness coming over me, and more specifically after that video of his spiders crawling all over me. I started to actually feel unsafe in my own home. I constantly felt like someone or something was watching me, and with each day passing, the feelings got darker. I started to actually not even feel like myself anymore. In my mind, at the very back, I kept seeing his video and the way he looked at me with the spiders. I decided that I needed to pray harder and that I needed to cleanse my home and space because clearly something had pushed my deception and I was no longer seeing the Lord the way that I once did. I didn't even feel like myself anymore. I decided one night to pray louder than I ever had after I had really dark thoughts overcoming me, some of which I'd never had in the past. I demanded the evil in my home and around me to leave. I actually had sage and holy water, you name it. When I concluded my prayers, I took a shower and decided to head to bed. Sorry guys, I felt like I had a hair on my lip. Where was I? Naturally, I pulled out my phone and went on TikTok. Same. He wasn't there. It was as if he never existed. Messages, gone. Me following him, gone. His account, gone. He completely vanished from the app. Something about this really scared me. I tried to shake it off my mind as if maybe it had nothing to do with me at all, but something felt wrong. I actually almost felt dirty. I know that won't make sense to you. I immediately messaged my friend who knew all about him and told her what had happened, and her response would change everything for me. And it's quoted, TBH, when you sent me his video of him with the snakes all over him and he stared in the camera all creepy, something felt very evil and weird to me. I thought it was just because snakes are my biggest fear that I felt this way, but now that you've said all this, I think it could have been more. I reread her message over and over and over. Snakes? The video had been spiders, and spiders were my biggest fear. That's what he had crawling on him. I vividly remember, and that's what I sent to her, not snakes. Please remember I'd creeped every video of his up until this point. There had never been a video of snakes, only spiders, the one I sent her. So why had she seen her biggest fear? I decided to Google him to see if I could find him anywhere or any explanation for anything and everything that had happened. And I didn't find him. But his name was big at the top of the search. His name was that of a demon. After speaking with my friend, it turned out she felt uneasy after seeing the video I'd sent her. She had started having nightmares about snakes, something she thought was just because she'd been triggered by the video that I'd sent her. When I told her the video had actually been spiders, she swore up and down that the exact video I sent her was snakes slithering. We both saw our biggest fears in his video. And suddenly, he just never existed anymore. I don't know who he was, why he had a demon's name, or how he was able to show separate fears in a TikTok video based on who was looking at it. But all I know is that it happened to me. I guess a part of me is hoping that you or someone could explain it to me. Or maybe honestly, I just needed to get this off my chest because right now I feel so crazy. If my friend hadn't experienced it or seen it too, I'd wonder if I imagined the whole thing. I don't know, but that's my story. Thank you for listening, and it says C at the end of the email. So that is the email that I received after my last TikTok video. Now, I have so many questions about this, and honestly, I really want to leave this open to you guys and your interpretation and hear what you guys think. A part of me wonders if, rather than this being a demon, so to speak, it's somebody who dabbles in demonic practices or something of that nature. Where it really got me in the email, and I was like, holy, I need to bring this to my channel and we need to talk about this and have a conversation about it, was when her and her friend vividly remember seeing their biggest fears slithering and climbing all over him, but they were two separate fears. And what's interesting was when I reread the email after I knew the conclusion of it, they'd never actually spoken, from what I know from the email, about what was creepy about the like video that they sent one another. So it would be like me sending Andrew a video and being like, this is the guy I'm talking to, isn't this creepy? And even if he doesn't know what I was talking about it being creepy, if he saw his biggest fear, he'd probably write back, yeah, that's really creepy or whatever. And maybe we would have never talked about the fact that I saw spiders and he saw snakes, because I would assume he saw what I saw. So I don't know what to make of this. She never did mention in the email which demon he called himself, but I just think the whole thing is very unsettling, very creepy, and I want to know from you guys what you guys think of this experience. So definitely let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading through and responding to all of your different theories. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I would love to know if any of you guys have had any similar experiences or just any creepy TikTok experiences anyway. I know that on every single app, people have different eerie experiences, so I'm curious to know yours. And that is it for today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the Reese's Pieces. We would love nothing more than to have you. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.